yeah, the pyramid and the great one specifically, which is the one I do more work with, and the Sphinx, they are two totally different, mechanisms to connection to other realities, dimensions. You need to know how to access, and when you know how to play with them, they are just huge. So not all of this is the kind of knowledge that the souls are tested to access to.
The soul, what? Sorry?
Is tested.
Is tested
to be able to access to.
Yeah.
This kind of information you don't receive by books or learnings. You can have me explaining you, but to be merged with your system, with your cells, with your DNA, to be merged with your frequency, not on just this reality, because we are not just here, we are fractal, so our soul is divided in several other realities also. So to actually happen, we are super tested. That's what is happening to several of you already. And not just in this specific moment, but during our lifetime, because then a lot of stuff will happen and open. So yeah, like I'm looking at it right now. The Great Pyramid is a huge mechanism to connection to the stars and to several civilizations, and it depends on what you have inside of you, in your soul, in terms of identity of your soul, that will already be help you to connect with those, learnings and teachings and everything that happened there, because Egypt is the beginning of the story. It's the beginning of the humankind species. So me myself, I have memories for coming here from Atlantida, from the really beginning. It's where you have like reference from several species, and it's the beginning of times. You have references here. You have not just references. You have the energy still. You have the memories impressed everywhere. So in each monument, in each room, and so if you can access this, so if you have some kind of sensitivity to access this, like this is a library,
right?
It's an open library. So you just need someone that can dance among these energies, and this is important because this is not necessarily good because when you have everything impressed everywhere, everything have different frequencies, and even like the most renowned names in history, if they pass through here and if you have that knowledge there and you have that energy there, a lot of humans got lost trying to access this, and that's why the tests are like insane, because the frequency that they left there back then as a soul was not necessarily a good one. Okay, or it could be a good one in terms of so develop some innovation, innovative tool or innovation mechanism or patent or whatever. But we reincarnate here on Earth to develop ourselves as consciousness, as souls. So this is something also that in my work, a lot of people start remembering a lot of stuff and coming back to them. And I'm always, all the time, like, please be careful with the thing, like the getting back to this power and getting back to these memories, because the soul that you are now, it's not the one that you were back then when you already developed that power. So if you're touching in this now, again, you already have, like, you reincarnate several other times, so your consciousness now, your soul now, it's more developed. So you have some more attributes than the last time you developed this skill. So you can, through this work that we bring back this power already. It's a need, it's absolute mandatory that we do the work to recalibrate this, because when your soul develops something, it's in you, it's in your system. You may not know how to access that or how to embrace that again. And most of the people I see in spirituality, they actually got lost when they, through some trip or through something they do or they take or whatever, they access to this knowledge. You cannot access or bring back to you some knowledge that you didn't develop before. So if it's something really strong that you just get back, it's something that you already developed. But this is a crucial point, like with which consciousness?
I understand.
What is the energy that is there?
And when you say you knew many people that accessing that levels of consciousness got lost, what do you mean?
Because of the frequency. So.
But what do you mean got lost? Like they lost the course of where they were going.
They got lost for a period of time, because we are here to develop ourselves again in terms of consciousness. So there are some stuff we need to learn how to dance with, our ego, our mind. You need to see what inflate, for example, your ego and get a sideway to that, because by now, and when we are in this awakening consciousness process, by now that, okay, if this is going to inflammate some part of me that it's not that interesting for me to develop, so I know already this is not interesting, I will not make choices that go to put some fire in this, right? So I need to be more cautious, like I need to be more conscious about these choices. So it's this, so if I have this shiny little power here that is already mine, so the soul and the spirit and this whole reality around us, when recognize this, the eye just sparks. And it's super easy we are humans, so we have this little packaging, all of us, and this package have the ego, the mind, the persona, the whole thing, and it is what it is. We all have this duality inside of ourselves, and this cannot be like changed. So we need to know how to play this role with ourselves. So okay, this is shining, yes, so this is a part of me, yes, but in which consciousness this was developed? So how can I bring this back in a coherent, beautiful, organized, elevated way to bring back what it's actually need for my soul in the level I am now, and make peace with whatever it was also on the dual side of that knowledge